Okay, so today we're going to take a look at the Australia versus South Africa Rugby Championship 2022 Round 3 fixture and see what I think is going to happen. Okay, so some changes for Australia are Alatoa for Tupou, Matt Phillips for Darcy Swain, Lolesio for O'Connor, and Paisami for Fekete, Reece Hodge for Pitaya with Wright going to fullback. So take a look at some key players for Australia now. So I've gone with Valentini as a key player. He's a big, strong, tall number 8, and a player should be playing for Australia for a while. He will need to be very physical in this game to be able to deal with the big physicality of the South African pack, both at set piece time and in the loose. I also think Nick White will need to be a key player in this game. He'll need to be on top of his game at making his passes in the attack and also doing some fantastic stuff defensively, which we have seen him do in the past. He'll need to be on top of his game, linking the forwards to the backs to be able to get this Australian backline functioning. And of course, Cora Betty will be a key player for Australia too. He is lightning in a bottle. He's fantastic out wide and taking advantage of space and also creating space. And he's also pretty good when he comes inside as well. And of course, Alatoa, really along with the rest of that front row, will need to be really strong and physical at scrum time to be able to compete with this South African pack. Now on to South Africa. Faf de Klerk is back in for Hendrickse. Nice to see him back after that horrific head knock he had a few weeks ago. Gallant has replaced Creel, and Hendrickse and Steyn have replaced Vise and Leroux on the bench. Some key players for South Africa. Faf de Klerk is of course going to be a key player. He is crucial to their style of play, both in his attacking kicks and his defensive kicks, and will be needed for putting the defending team under pressure and relieving pressure for South Africa. I also think Pieter Steph de Toit will need to be a key player for South Africa. We saw what he can do in the loose with an interception against New Zealand a couple of weeks ago now. And he's also a very big physical player and will be crucial for them at set piece time. Of course, Lekanyuam is going to be a key player for South Africa. We've seen how fantastic he's been in the Rugby Championship so far. Hands down the best player in the world this season and has been for a while. He is fantastic when you give him space out wide, but also can find the space himself in that centre channel and will be crucial for this Springbok attack. And also Makazole Mapimpi, an absolute flyer down, and also Makazole Mapimpi is an absolute flyer down the wing who just gets on the end of tries and can create tries by just outpacing anyone who is around him and just somehow manages to find space anywhere. And of course, Edmund Etzebeth, his athleticism and his skill gives him the ability to do some fantastic stuff in open play, and is also going to be very crucial at set piece time in the lineout and the scrum. Some people might think this might be a bit of a romp for South Africa. They've played very well in this championship, even in that loss to New Zealand a couple of weeks ago, and it was very tight for a long time. They were playing very well in that game too, and Australia have not looked great. They do have a lot of injuries, and a lot of key players are out because of that. But South Africa do not travel well. Every game that these two have played in Australia since 2014, Australia have won. So it's not going to be a clear-cut victory for South Africa. The rugby forecast algorithm has it at South Africa to win by 5. I think South Africa are going to win by 3. They don't travel well, but I think they'll just have enough to get over the line against the Australia team. Please do subscribe. 99% of people who watch these videos are not subscribed. And if you liked this, you might like this video about the truth behind 5 rugby myths that you probably believe. Thanks for watching.